Over 200 creatures walk the Pride Lands at Broadway's Lion King every night. But what they wear isn't just costume. It's intricate designs, complex engineering, and something beyond imagination. It all began with one idea when Julie Taymor, the director and designer, decided to introduce ancient art forms to Broadway in the mid-90s.
These actors inside masks or inside animal suits behind furry pieces. I decided right away that I would try and find a way that the human face could be incorporated into the design. And I came up with what I've termed as the double event.
She was facilitating the use of a puppet device that's been used for throughout history, Japanese bunraku and African puppetry. It's another puppet device that allows for a different kind of participation from the audience, because when you see the performer's face and then you see the mask, you see what's working, you know, what's going on behind closed doors, what's normally covered up.
So the audience doesn't just see the puppet, they see the human giving it life.
I always liken it to reading subtitles in a movie. When you start the experience, you're very aware that two things are happening at once, but at some point your brain takes over and you sort of forget you're reading the subtitles.
But what no one realizes is that making these puppets come alive every night requires a world of engineering.
It's a lot of puppets, and there's parts of the puppets that are obvious to the audience. It's the puppet head or, you know, the parts of the body. Like, we make custom harnesses for each person, and we make custom head mounts are made here in shop. We cast the performers' heads in thermoplast. And then we have a very long process of customizing it so that the mask fits properly, so that the head mount is comfortable and strong and functions well on the performer's head.
Each mask is sculpted to fit the performer's head exactly. Then comes the mechanics hidden inside.
We're pretty much maintaining these every day. There's always something that needs to be tweaked. In here you have an actual motor. This is our circuit board that's kind of talking to everything. It's doing everything from routing the power to explaining how the mask is moving separately from the boom. And it's also working with our control boxes here, which can help us dial in the specific motion.
But machinery alone doesn't bring a character to life. That's where the human element comes in. The performer, whose body carries the weight and whose skill makes it look effortless.
Doing this show and incorporating the puppetry, I've had to incorporate more strength training. The first time I rehearsed this puppet, I was in Anchorage, Alaska on tour, and it was the very first puppet that I learned in this show. I did so much rehearsal and I was so tense that afterwards I couldn't hold a glass of water. My hands were shaking so bad.
What Julie Taymor likes is that the mask never just plops down like this, because there's nothing to that. She wants your body to make it happen. She says even those scars are lying. It's, think snake-like. He's like a serpent going through the grasslands.
And at last, all the training, all those hours in the workshop come together to create the show, and the audience is in awe.
There was a moment, I was actually in the cheetah puppet, and there was a girl sitting center row, and she actually looked a lot like me as a kid. And there's a moment where I look out to the audience briefly, and I saw her, and she was just like completely enamored. And afterwards, her mom reached out to me. My daughter saw herself in you, saw herself in the cheetah.
Even through curtain call, I try and keep him independently alive from myself. Even though the show is over, for younger theater goers, he needs to be real. And so I'm aware of that until the last curtain falls, that he is not a puppet for them. He is real.
This is the secret life of Lion King puppets, where wood becomes muscle, wire becomes nerve, and the hundreds of puppets become real. Every night, for 28 years,